Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today we are going to learn about methods of phishing attack. So these are the some example. First is a Dragnet method. Dragnet method entails sending spam emails with falsified corporate identification. So here the hackers are using corporate identification to send the mail, to send spam mail. For example, their trademarks, logos, and corporate name. So they will use this type of examples. They will use logos, trademark, and corporate mail to send spam mails to a large group of people. For example, customer of a specific financial institution or a member of specific auction site. So these customers or users they will select to send the spam mail and then directing them to the website or pop-up window with similarly falsified identification to elicit an immediate response. So these are the customer of these companies. For example, some companies are there and some customers are there who are using services of that company. So you know the logo of that company as a customer, you know the logo of that company. Using that logo, they will send you the spam email and they will tell you to click on that particular logo or they will give the link to you to click on something. So after that they will directing to the website, they will redirect to some other website or any pop-up window will be there. You will click on that and they will get some credential from your side. So this is one method, phishing attack method. Dragnet method, they will use corporate identification. So you will come to know that yes, I know this company and I am user of this company. For example, I am a user of SBI. I am customer of SBI. So I know the logo of SBI. So using if that logo is coming in mail, I will trust that this is the bank logo and they are sending this for the security reason. Yes, there is a security breach in SBI. You have to click on this particular logo. If you want to secure your account, you have to click on this particular logo. So I will click over because of this identification. I know these logos of that company. What is the name of that company? I know this. Because of that reason only, I will click and they will ask some credential. They will tell me to log in into this particular site. But actually, that site is not SBI site. That may be some duplicate site and they are taking my credential. So automatically that credential will go to the hacker and after that he will take over my account charge and he will transfer some money from my account. So first method is Dragnet method. Next method is rod and reel method. A rod and reel method focuses on potential victim with whom initial contact has already been established. So in this method, we have to focus on potential victim with whom initial contact has been already established. False information is targeted at certain prospective victim in order to persuade them to reveal personal and financial information. So in each and every method, you will get that they are asking for your personal as well as financial information, means sensitive information. In each and every method, you will get this information. They are doing this type of attack to get that information only. So here, for getting information, they are first creating a relation with you. You know that person. You know the hacker. They will create that relationship, and they know you are the victim. Hmm? And on the basis of that they will send some emails to you, they will target you and get some personal information as well as financial information from you. So this is the second method, rod and reel. Next is lobster pot method. Here fishers use lobster pot method to create website that look like official company website. So these are the fake website which look like company official company websites in order to target a specific group of people. A smaller group of potential victims was identified in advance. In advance, they will identify this group of potential victims. But no victim response was triggered. It is sufficient if the victims misinterpret the fake website as a reputable and trustworthy site and input personal information. So if that victim come to know that yes it is official website but actually it is not official website, and after he will come to know that it is official website and they are asking some information from my side, and he will enter that information. So using this personal information they will find out other things also. So it is a lobster pot method. Here they will create fake website which look like authenticate website or official company website, and from this fake website they will ask user to enter some their personal information. So this is next phishing attack method of phishing attack, lobster pot method. Next type is gillnet method, gillnet phishing method. Phishers use gillnet phishing to insert harmful code into emails and web pages. Here in this method, phishers are going to insert harmful code, malicious code into email. Through email, they are sending that code, as well as into website also they are inserting that code. They can, for example, abuse browser functionality by injecting malicious content into pop-up window. So in the pop-up window, they are injecting that content. When you will click on that window, automatically that content will be loaded into your system. So here they will abuse browser functionality by injecting malicious content into the pop-up window from another website. Internet users may unwittingly introduce a Trojan horse into their system by simply opening a specific email or visiting a specific website, because that email or website contains harmful code. If they will click on that particular email or website, automatically Trojan horse is downloaded into your system. In some situation, the malicious code will alter the system setting. So after inserting Trojan horse into your system, that virus will alter the system settings, and because of that it will cause user who want to browse a legal banking website to be redirected to the phishing site. Means you have entered your path correctly, but because of this alteration in system setting you will redirect it to other website. It will look, that website will look like original or authenticate bank website, but actually it is not a real bank website. So that is your phishing site that looks similar in other circumstances. Malicious code will record user's keystroke and password. So here is the malicious code into your system. When you are going to type user ID and password, it will record the keystroke. What keys you are going to press. That keystroke it will record, and as well as it will take user ID and password of that user while they visit legitimate banking website. Then send the information to fishers for subsequent illicit access to their account. Already you have entered into the account, your session is started, and your user ID and password has got to this fisher. He will send that information to other person who will then access your account. So this is the Gillnet phishing. Here we are going to insert, as a fisher we are going to insert harmful code into email or web page, and when that victim will click on the email or web page, automatically that malicious code or Trojan virus is downloaded into your system. Once that virus is downloaded, it will change your system setting. And whenever you will try to log in into your banking site, automatically you are redirected to fake website, which will look like your banking site. And what data you will enter into that site, automatically that data pass to the hacker or fisher. Then he will get that information and try to log in from our side. But actually we are not there, somebody else is using our account. So this is the Gillnet phishing. Next is phone phishing. Next method, phone phishing. Because the number of mobile user is fast expanding and mobile internet access is also increasing, phishing attempts are increasingly targeting mobile users in order to obtain personal information. In mobile phishing, the message seems to be a link sent from the phone that claims to be from bank and instruct consumers to call a number about problem with their bank account. So here false message is going to send to the user. That message is sent to the user with the mobile number. If you are having some problem, call on this number. And actually that number is not bank employee number, that number is of fisher. So whenever you will tell them about your problem. Some victims will be there, they are having bank account problem. So they will call on that number, they will tell the particular fisher about your problem, and that fisher will ask you your account ID and password. If you will reveal your account ID and password, you are not aware that you don't have to reveal, but if you will reveal, then your system will be hacked, your account will be hacked, and he will use that account to transfer money. So this is the phone phishing. Here we are sending text message to the user. If you are having some problem with your account, then call on this number. Actually bank don't send such type of messages. If you are aware about this thing, you will ignore this part. But if you don't know bank is sending such type of message, if you don't know this thing, then you will try to contact on that number, and you will tell the your sensitive information to that fisher, and after that money will be transferred. So this is the phone phishing method. Next is URL or web link manipulation. So this sort of phishing can be accomplished simply by altering the link provided by the fake web page. Some letter will be changed, other thing will be as it is. Some letter will be changed in that link, and that is the fake web page link. Lot of phishing attacks make use of technical deception process that creates a link in an email that looks to be from a fake company. It is feasible to target online users by misspelling URLs or using subdomain. Maybe they're misspelling in the URL or use subdomain. That subdomain will look like your authenticate bank website. For example, the URL from www.mybank.services.com looks to ask for login information for the website's My Bank services. Suppose this is your original website. They will create some subdomain related with this. But it is actually a phishing URL for the legal website. This is not legal one. This is a fake website, but it look like that URL look like your banking website. And you will try to enter your credentials, and that credential will pass to the fisher. Means account information you are giving to somebody else because of this fake website or URL manipulation. So this is the next method of phishing attack. Next is website forgery. A phishing attack might take advantage of weaknesses in a trustworthy website's script tag. What script tag using in the website? If that script tag is having some weaknesses, so that weaknesses are advantage for this phisher to deceive the user. So they will take advantage of this script tag which has some weaknesses. So use this script tag to deceive the user. This form of phishing scam also known as cross-site scripting. Cross-site scripting. There is a weakness, vulnerability for this particular script tag and use that script tag to deceive the user. It is also called as a cross-site scripting. Is extremely dangerous because it forces the user to sign in at bank or in the services column of the website. So they are forcing user to enter bank details, sign in at the bank or services column of the website. Everything on that page from the web address to the security certification appears to be genuine. That address, you know that web address, you feel that yes, it is genuine address. Certification will be there, security certificate will be there. That looks authenticate. But actually it is not. That is called as a website forgery. They are taking advantage of script tag, vulnerability of script tag, also called as a cross site scripting. Remember this word, cross site scripting. Vulnerability of script tag, advantage of taking advantage of vulnerability of script tag. Next is filter evasion. Phishing attack can also make use of images. It is extremely difficult to trace the phishing web page due to the usage of images instead of words. Instead of writing words, they are using images of company, and click on this image. So it is difficult to understand this image is real or not, or whether this image is directing to the legal website or fake website. When creating a phishing web page, the filter evasion approach employs this process. This form of phishing web page takes less time to create and needs less coding tags than other spoofing websites. So that image is of that particular company only. When there is a point that you have to click on this particular image, you will feel that this is a genuine website. After clicking on that image, you will feel that that website is genuine, but actually that is a fake website. So because of these images, it is difficult to understand where we are clicking, on the right path or fake path. So that is a filter evasion. Next is flash phishing. Next method of phishing attack is flash phishing. So anti-phishing toolbars are installed and enabled to scan online pages for symptoms of phishing, but they have limit and do not evaluate flash object at all. So these toolbars are not going to evaluate flash object, allowing phishers to imitate a reputable website. Because of this object, flash object, it allows phishers to imitate reputable website. Because an anti-phishing toolbar is unable to detect it, this flash object, anti-phishing toolbar is not able to detect it. Netizen believes that the website is clean and genuine. So it will give message over there secure. If you are getting that message, means this you will feel that this is genuine website, but actually that website is containing some flash objects, and that objects are containing malicious code. When you'll open that website, malicious code, when you will click on particular link, malicious code is going to install on your system. So it is flash phishing method. Next is social phishing. It uses other methods to uncover sensitive information and operates in a systematic manner. First point is a phishing email appears to be from the bank. Bank is sending mail. It look like bank is sending mail, but that is actually phishing email. Requesting that you call them back because there has been security breach. If you will get such message, there is a security breach on particular bank, and you have to call to the particular employee. They will give you number also. You have to call on that number. You have received that email from the bank, but actually that is a phishing email. So what victim will do? Victim dials the bank's phone number from the mail. From the mail, what number he has got into that mail. To that number he will call. Then the phone number they provided is fake. It is not a real or authenticate number. That is a fisher number. So the victim is redirected to fisher. Fisher impersonate a bank official. He will behave like he is a bank person and obtains all the victim's personal information, including account numbers and password. So this is the social phishing method. In the phishing method, fisher will send mail from the bank side, means that mail will look like a bank side. In that mail, they will tell that there is a security breach and you have to contact your branch, and this is the number. Then victim will dial, means who is not aware about this type of fraud. That victim will dial the bank phone number from the mail, whatever given there, to that number he will call. Then the phone number they provided is fake. Actually, it is Fisher number, so call will go to the Fisher. Then Fisher will pretend that he is the bank person, he is the bank employee, and there is a security breach. We have to patch this breach or vulnerability. So you have to give your information, basic information. We should know you are the person of, you are the customer of our bank only. So you have to give your personal information. Apart from this personal information, he will ask for the sensitive information also, that is account number and password. And if user is not very much aware about this type of attack, he will leak this type of information also. So this is social phishing method. So these are the methods. Check once again. If there is any problem, you can ask me. Or check once again. Dragnet method, rod and drill method, Lobsterpot method, means in the first method, this Dragnet method, they are using corporate identification, trademark, logos, and corporate name to get sensitive information. In the rod and drill method, they have created what we can relation with the victim. Already contact is initially established with the victim, and after that they are targeting that particular victim to get the sensitive information. Lobsterpot method, here they are going to create the fake website that is look like your company website, official website. And using that website, they will send this website to particular user, particular victims, and get the sensitive information. Next, Gillnet phishing. Gillnet phishing, in this phishing, they are going to send the email which contain harmful code, as well as web pages are there that will contain harmful code. Whenever you are trying to click on that particular link, automatically virus is going to install on your system, Trojan virus, Trojan horse virus. When that virus is installed, it will change your system setting, and whenever you will try some URL, that URL is converted into the fake website. It will redirect to you fake website, and you will enter your credential. That credential will pass to the phisher in this method, Gillnet phishing. Then phone phishing is there. Using this phone phishing, they will send you text message. In that text message, they will send you malicious link. So using that link, they will tell you this is from bank and you have to call particular number, or they will give you some link, click on that number and enter your details. Using this, they will conduct this phishing attack, phone phishing. Next, URL manipulation. They will change some part of URL, or they will create some subdomain that will look like your company website or bank website. You will feel that it is authenticate, but actually that is fake, and using that they are getting your sensitive data. Website forgery. Here also they are using weaknesses of script tag, which script tag you have used into your website. That script tag weakness they will use to deceive the user. That is also called as a cross site scripting. Oh, everything will look like authenticate or genuine website, but actually it is not. And using this, they will get your sensitive information. Filter evasion. Filter evasion means here they are using images. Instead of word, they will use images. On the image, you have to click. You will feel that it is genuine image, but actually it is redirecting you to fake website. So using this way, they are getting sensitive data of user. Then flash phishing, here flash objects are used, and that flash objects are not going to detect for this anti-phishing toolbar. And using this, they are going to install malicious code into your system and get the sensitive data. Social phishing, here you will get the mail from the bank that there is a security breach and you have to call on this particular number. Then victim will call to the bank what number they have given in that mail. On that number he will call. That number is of phisher. So phisher will pretend that he is the employee of particular bank, and you have to provide me this information because there is a security breach and your amount is going to be deducted. So immediately if you get such type of message, you will reveal your information. So you will give your personal information as well as bank account number and password. Through phone only, he will uh, make that transaction and ask you for OTP also. And you immediately give that OTP. I am trying to apply the patch on your account, and one OTP will be there for you. You have to give me that OTP number. You will immediately give because of that security breach. So this is the social phishing. Is there any doubt in the methods of phishing attack? Yes, everyone.
No,
Yes.
ma'am.
Now next point is classification of phishing scam. Phishing attacks can be categorized into several types based on how they are carried out. See, finally, you are going to get credentials, but which method they have used to carry that attack. On the basis of that, phishing attack is categorized. So numerous types of phishing assaults have been outlined below according to the many researchers. So first classification of phishing scam is deceptive phishing. Messages about the need to verify account information. You will get such type of message. Account information, verify the account information. System failure requiring user to re-enter their information. Fictitious account charges. Unwanted account changes. New free services requiring immediate action, and a variety of other scams are sent to a large number of people in the hope that the victim will respond by clicking a link to or signing on to the fake site where their personal information will be collected. So here they are sending message. That message will contain any information such as your verification of account or some charges are applied to you. Pay these charges. So while when you are going to pay the charges, it will redirect you to fake website. So that time you will reveal your sensitive information or services are added. If you want to get advantage of this service, click on this site. Such type of messages will be sent to the user and user will click on that site and he will reveal his personal information as well as sensitive information. So this is the first scam, first type of phishing scam. Next is malware based phishing. This scam involves the installation of malicious software on user's computer. So the software which contains malicious code that user is going to install on his computer. Malware can be delivered as an attachment in an email. So how we can get that malware? Using email attachment as a downloadable file from a website or by exploiting known security flaws. So using these three ways or more ways are also there, but I am mentioning here three ways. So these are the three ways using these malware can be delivered to the user. Email attachment, very well known. Then now downloadable file will be there. For example, movie you are going to download. With that movie, some other software they are trying to tell you install this software first, then you will allow to download movie. But actually that software is a malicious software. So when you will install that because you want to watch that movie. Today you are having time, so I want to watch movie. So when you are going to click on the movie, that time it will ask you to download one software. Then and then only that movie is visible. That malicious software is loaded with that movie. Actually, movie is not there. That movie picture is available there. And because you want to watch that movie, you will click on that and you will install the software also. That is the that is your malicious that is you are installing malicious software onto your computer. So this is also malware based phishing scam. Next is key loggers and screen loggers are there. This sort of malware monitors keyboard input, what you are pressing on the keyboard. That input will be catched by this keylogger and send the necessary data to hackers. After catching all the inputs, they will send that data to the hackers through the internet. They are installed as a small program in user's browser. This keylogger and screen logger will install as a small program in user's browser and execute automatically when the browser is launched. When you open the browser, that time it is launched, that time keylogger and screen logger becomes active, as well as the system file as device driver or screen monitors. Means whenever you will open your browser, this keylogger and screen loggers are going to active that are already installed into your browser or your system file or driver file, device driver files. Now they are going to monitor your inputs. What input you are inserting into your keyboard. That input they will monitor and send that input to the hacker. So this is the scam, phishing scam. Next, session hijacking. This is concerned with the monitoring the user's activity until they sign into the account. User is signed into the account means session is started or transaction and create their critical data. Means here when user will sign out, he will open the critical data. After signing into the system, he will open the critical data. The infected software will then carry out illicit act or malicious act such as money transfer without the user's knowledge. You have opened your account but somebody else has hijacked that session and he will do the transaction, money transaction without your knowledge. So this is session hijacking. Next is web trojans. When user attempt to log on, web trojan appears invisibly. With that log on, web trojans are there that appears invisibly. They gather the user credential on their own and send them to the fisher. Once credential is got, fisher is there to do other things, remaining things. How to transfer money, he know very well. Then host file poisoning. Before a URL can be transmitted over the internet, you have type your URL. Before that URL transmitted over the internet, it must be first be converted to an IP address. Here that URL is going to convert into IP address. The majority of SMB, that is small and medium business organization, users PCs running a operating system lookup for this host name in their host file before undertaking a domain name system lookup. By poisoning these host file, these are the host file. Poisoning this host file means we are altering, we are making change, we are changing the address, actual address of that URL. So by poisoning the host file, hacker can send a fake address to the user. He will make changes into that address and that address will send to the user, leading them to the fake website where their personal information can be stolen. That is host file poisoning. Already you have lookup, DNS lookup and your system operating system lookup for the host names. And whatever host names are stored there, they will manipulate that host name and you will be redirected to the fake website. After that you will enter your credential. That credential actually goes to the hacker. He will get that information. Data theft. Personal computers will be used to store sensitive information. Mostly we are storing our sensitive information on our personal computer. The victim will take this data without the user knowledge. Without our permission, they are taking our data means that is a data theft. User information such as passwords, social security numbers, credit card numbers, other personal information, or other private company information is commonly used. So these are sensitive information and they will use that information without our permission. So it is data theft. Thieves benefit from stealing confidential conversations, design documents, legal opinions, employee related records, and so on, and selling them to people who aim to humiliate or harm the company financially or to the competitors. So they will steal that data from your computer and they will sell that data to other person. Now that person will use that data to humiliate or harm the company financially, or they will sell that data to the competitors also. So this is the phishing scam, that is data theft. Farming. Farming is a highly complex process that is frequently difficult to detect. Malicious actors take control of DNS that is domain name server, which converts URL from natural language to IP address. So because of this IP address, you will not come to know that which is this actual address, which is this actual URL, because that URL is converted into IP address. When the user fills in the website address, the DNS server sends them to the malicious website IP address, which may appear to be legal or legitimate. That is called as a farming phishing scam. Your URL is converted into malicious IP address. Means you are redirected to the malicious IP address. And after that, you are entering or inputting your sensitive data into that website. Content injecting phishing. Content injection phishing, it refers to the situation in which hackers replace part of the content of a legitimate website with fraudulent content in order to deceive or misdirect the user into revealing confidential information to the hacker. So he will add some links over there. That is malicious link. Contents are already given, and below that content he will add some malicious link and click on this link to get more detail about this or to more practical things about this. So that if that topic is interested, you will click on that to get the more detail, and that link is malicious link. So here hacker is going to add that link into the content. That content we have inject that link to the content. The fisher may include malicious code to log the user's credential or an overlay that can secretly collect data and transfer it to the fisher. So in that link, if you want to get more information about this particular thing, then you have to enter your login ID and password. That may be your email login ID and password. So when you will enter that, your user ID and password will be transferred to the hacker. He will get all that account information easily. So this is content injection phishing. Man in the middle phishing. Here in the word itself saying that there is a man in between who is going actually conversation, who are the person who are doing conversation. In between there is a man who is listening all this conversation. Man in the middle phishing. The fisher stands between the user and the legitimate website. So here is the server of this website and here is the user. In between these two, one person is there. That is fisher. Legitimate website or system in this assault. They keep track of what is being type in it, continue to pass it along so that user transactions are not harmed. When the user is no longer active on the system, they can sell or utilize the information or credential collected. So he is silently there. He is just looking for what type of information he is searching daily, what type of information he is entering on the keyboard, which type of website he is visiting, what data he is visiting. He is looking for everything. He will collect that information, and when user is not there on active on the system, he will use that system with that credential. So this is the man in the middle phishing. Next is search engine phishing. Fisher establish website with appealing sounding offer and get them genuinely indexed by search engine. When you write google.com, in the Google also, when you write google.com or gmail.com, that is a index. When you write gmail.com, which website is coming first? That has a greater index. Which website has a greater index? That will be a first, then second, then fourth, then five. As per the index, you will see the websites in Google. So here they will send fake websites also in between them. If very first website is there for what you are looking, that website has the highest index. Actually, that website is a fisher site and you are clicking on that site. So this is search engine phishing. Fisher establish website with appealing sounding offers and get them genuinely indexed by search engine. Search engine also showing that website. Users come on the site while searching for products or services and are duped into handling over their personal information. If you are looking for such a site where you have to buy the product, and if that site has a greater index, so you will come to know this site is used more by the user. So you'll try to enter your personal information, and that time you are leaking your information to hacker. Scammers, for example, have set up fake banking website that claim to offer lower credit prices or interest rate that than other banks. So because of this interest rate, you will go with that banking site. They will ask you to create account, and where there at that site, and also they will ask other user ID and password also. So here you are leaking your credential and that is a fake website. It will look like a genuine website. So this is the search engine phishing in Google search engine or in other search engine, Yahoo search engine also there. There you will get this website at the top, and that is called as a search engine phishing scam. Next is system reconfiguration attack. Change the user's PC setting. Here in this system reconfiguration attack means here we are going to change the PC setting of user for the malicious intention. Because of that change setting, user is redirected to the malicious site. So malicious intention is there with this change. For example, URL in the favorite file might be changed to redirect people to website that look similar. Mostly you are using one URL. So whenever you are going to type next time that URL initial letter, you will check the list are shown there. You will immediately click on that link. So here we have changed that link. As a hacker, I have changed that link. The bank website URL, for example, might be changed from www.sbi.com to www.sb1.com. Because of hurry, we will not check each and every letter, we will click on the link. It will look like legitimate sbi.com website, but actually it is fake website. So it will take your financial credential. So this is a system reconfiguration attack. Next, SSL certificate phishing. This is more advanced scam. It targets a web server with an SSL certificate, secure socket layer certificate, in order to construct a deceitful website with a similar lock icon. Every time we are telling to the user, check the SSL certificate is there or not. Whenever you are using any website, bank website, check the certificate. Check this lock icon also. If you are getting this lock icon and certificate, then you can say that this is an authenticate website. Now phishing is over there also. They are creating SSL certificate also that will show the lock icon, but actually that is a fake site. So this is the more advanced scam. Now they are using these certificates also to fool the people, to redirect to the fake website. Spear phishing. Spear phishing is an attempt to persuade a specially targeted victim to open a malicious attachment. We are forcing them to open this attachment or visit a malicious website in order to get access to personal information and or carry out evil goals against the victim company. For example, to access your email, they will open one pop-up window in front of you. If you want to access your email, you have to click on this window. So that is a type of a fear phishing. You are forcing them to click on this malicious attachment or visit this malicious website. Then and then only you will get your Gmail data. Is to access your personal information, you have to click on particular malicious attachment or malicious website. So that is a spear phishing. So these are the classification of phishing scam. Like once, is there any doubt? Yes. Deceptive phishing, malware-based phishing, keylogger and screen loggers, session hijacking, web trojans, host file poisoning, data theft, Pharming, content injection phishing, man-in-the-middle phishing, search engine phishing, system configuration attacks, SSL certificate phishing, spear phishing. Yes, is there any doubt? Classification of phishing scams. Anyone?
No.
No, ma'am. So, what are the countermeasures to phishing? What controls are there for phishing? First, keep your antivirus software up to date. You are using computer, laptop, or mobile also there. Then there is antivirus software, keep it up to date. Second, don't click on URLs in email. If you don't know the particular person, from unknown person you are getting emails, don't click on the URLs. If it is known person, you will verify that person prior clicking on particular link, whether this mail sent by you or not. If you found it is suspicious, that email is asking sensitive information from you or asking money from you, then make sure that the person who is in your contact has sent this email or not. If it is unknown person, don't click on the URL. Then use anti-spam software. Next, verify HTTPS SSL. Verify your website whether it is HTTPS or using secure socket layer certificate. Use anti-spyware software. Then don't enter sensitive or financial information into pop-up window. Don't enter sensitive or financial information into pop-up window. It could be malicious. Protect yourself against DNS farming attack. So these are the some countermeasures to phishing. So this is about phishing. Is there any doubt in this? Yes.
No, ma'am.
So here we will stop for today. Next point we will check in next lecture.
Thank you, ma'am.